morning. I'm Sherry Satterwhite with Bass Night Garner Real Estate. This is Carol. Bass Night.
We're happy to be here this Friday.
Welcome to our Friday wrap up. Today we have a special guest, Christy Strother, who will be joining us as we look at some backup contracts this week.
Yes, that's a situation that's been happening a lot lately, and we're very happy to have a client of mine, Christy, who is currently under contract on a house in Camp Morehead here in Morehead City.
We looked at several properties, as you know, Carol. A marathon. So we wanted to decide between a single family home and a condominium. So we looked in Beaufort, we looked in Morehead City, we looked in Atlantic Beach, Indian Beach. So we covered a big area. And at the end of the day, I don't know if it was the live oaks in the front yard or just the quiet nature of the neighborhood, but we felt like having the kids in mind that would be the best long-term situation for us. It just seems like a great community. It's very quiet and peaceful. And so that's what we want when we go to the beach, is just to get away and be able to, get to the water easily and just kind of relax a little bit.
Well, you're certainly not alone in that. So what happened next? Once we looked at everything, kind of where were we?
Yeah, so we decided after big family meeting that we thought Camp Morehead would be the place that we could feel comfortable making an offer on. So we spoke with Carol. We said, let's go ahead and do this. We agreed on a price to offer. And Carol was very quick to get the offer over to the listing agent.
And unfortunately, by the time I got it there, which happens a lot in this market, there was already an offer on the table and they had verbally accepted it. So we were basically out of luck on that house. Or did we have another strategy? Oh, we did. We decided to put in a backup offer.
In hindsight, it seems like things were moving really quickly in that area. So I guess we weren't totally surprised. Right. Disappointed. I would say we were pretty disappointed because it's a lot of work to look for a second home. And, we felt comfortable with Camp Morehead property. So we were disappointed, but Carol recommended doing a backup offer, and it seemed like a good idea. So we went forward with that.
Yes. And Sherry, you had a client that this happened to as well.
We did. I had a client who really found the perfect home that she wanted over on the ocean in Atlantic Beach. And it had been under contract once, then twice. And she kept coming back to it. She just couldn't find anything else. And I said, well, would you consider writing a backup offer? And when I explained to them a little bit about how it worked, they said, well, okay, we really don't have anything to lose. And she said, and besides, that's the house that I really want. So we took a chance on it and it worked out.
Yes. And it often does, more often than you would think, that it does work out. And the process, a lot of people are scared off by it, but there really is no risk other than you do go ahead and write a check for earnest money that the closing attorney holds. That's really the only thing, because most of the time you don't put any due diligence money down with a backup.
And it's really no different than writing an offer. You're going to go ahead and negotiate it out at that particular point. And that's what I tell them. It's really no harder than writing an offer.
And the primary offer is they are at that point going through their due diligence. And it often happens in due diligence that buyers determine that they find something that are uncomfortable with.
We really didn't expect it to fall through. And, I'll say with the backup offer, we continue to look for property every day. So it doesn't hold you back from finding something else.
That's important too, Christy, to keep in mind. That was one of your first questions for me. Right. You're not tied. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that made us feel really comfortable. So we really didn't expect it to work out for us, but we didn't find anything in the meantime. We actually did look at one other property. We didn't find anything in the meantime that was better. So when we found out that we did get bumped up to primary position, we were pretty excited.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we thank you for joining us today. I'd like to talk a little bit about the market. Sherry, if we could go over these new numbers.
Sure. Just to talk about last week and compare it to this week, last week we had 99 new listings, as opposed to this week, only 60.
Right.
Last week we had 87 homes that were closed. This week, 64. Again, we just don't have as much coming on. There's not as much to sell.
But there are still buyers out there.
Oh,
And,
gosh, I've got so many.
Out there.
They are.
And,
And just to give you an idea, last week we had 10 people bidding on one home. That got sold. Yesterday, we had 5 offers on another home. So we have so many people out here looking for homes.
Absolutely. And thank you again, Christy, for
having me.
us and sharing your experience. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
good to see you.
Bye-bye.